Hello, friends. Welcome back to Mz.B. Read to Me. I have another fantastic book for you guys today. Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters, an African Tale. I'm going to open it up so you can see the whole cover. Beautiful. A long time ago, in a certain place in Africa, a small village lay across a river and a half-day's journey from the city where a great king lived. A man named Mufaro lived in this village with his two daughters, who were called Nyasha and Nyasha. Everyone agreed that Nyasha and Nyasha were very beautiful. Nyasha was almost always in a bad temper. She teased her sister whenever her father's back was turned, and she had been heard to say, "Someday, Nyasha, I will be queen, and you will be a servant in my household." "If that should come to pass," said Nyasha responded, "I will be pleased to serve you. But why do you say such things? You are clever and strong and beautiful. Why are you so unhappy?" "Because everyone talks about how kind you are, and they praise everything you do," Nyasha replied. "I am certain that Father loves you best, but when I am queen, everyone will know that your silly kindness is only weakness." Nyasha was sad that Nyasha felt this way, but she ignored her sister's words and went about her chores. Nyasha kept a small plot of land where she grew millet, sunflowers, yams, and vegetables. She always sang as she worked, and some said that her singing made her crops more bountiful than anyone else's. There's Nyasha in her garden. One day, Nyasha noticed a small garden snake resting beneath a yam vine. "Good day, little Nyoki," she called to him. "You are welcome here. You will keep any creatures who might spoil my vegetables." She bent forward and gave the snake a loving pat on the head, and then returned to her work. From that day on, Nyoki was always at Nyasha's side when she tended her garden. It was said that she sang all the more sweetly when he was there. There's the snake with Nyasha. Mufaro knew nothing of how Nyasha treated Nyasha. Nyasha was always too considerate of her father's feelings to complain, and Nyasha was always careful to behave herself when Mufaro was around. Early one morning, a messenger from the city arrived. The great king, wanted a wife. The most worthy and beautiful daughter in the land were invited to appear before the king, and he will choose one to become his wife, the messenger proclaimed. Mufaro called Nyasha and Nyasha to him. "It would be a great honor for one of you to be chosen," he said. Prepare yourselves to journey to the city. I will call together all of our friends to make a wedding party. We will leave tomorrow as the sun rises." "But father," Nyasha said sweetly, "it would be painful for either of us to leave you, even to be a wife to a king. I know Nyasha would grieve to death if she were parted from you. I am strong. Send me to the city, and let poor Nyasha be happy here with you." Mufaro beamed with pride. "The king is asked for the most worthy and the most beautiful. No, Nyasha, I cannot send you alone. Only the king can choose between two such worthy daughters. Both of you must go." He sent both of his daughters to the city. Well, that night, when everyone was asleep, Nyasha stole quietly out of the village. She had never been in the forest at night before, and she was frightened. But her greed to be first to appear over the king drove her on. In her hurry, she almost stumbled over a small boy who suddenly appeared standing in the path. "Please," said the boy, "I am hungry. Will you give me something to eat?" I have only brought food enough for myself, Maynard replied. But please, said the boy, I'm very hungry. Out of my way, boy. Tomorrow I will become your queen. How dare you stand in my path? Look how she spoke to him. After traveling for what seemed to be a great distance, Maynard came to a small clearing. Their silhouette against the moonlight was an old woman seated in a large stone. The old woman spoke. I'll give you some advice, Maynard. Soon after you pass the place where two paths cross, you will see a grove of trees. They will laugh at you. You must not laugh in return. Later, you will meet a man with his head under his arm. You must be polite to him. How do you know my name? How dare you advise your future queen? Stand aside, you ugly old woman, Maynard scolded, and rushed on her way without looking back. Just as the old woman foretold, Maynard came to a grove of trees, and they did intend to seem to be laughing at her. I must be calm, Maynard thought. I will not be frightened. She looked up at the trees and laughed out loud. Ha 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 ha! I laugh at you, trees! She shouted and hurried on. And it was not yet dawn when Maynard heard the sound of rustling water. The river must be ahead, she thought. The great city is just on the other side. But there arrives a man with his head tucked under his arm. Maynard ran past him without speaking. A queen acknowledges only those who please her, she said to herself. I will be queen, I will be queen, she chanted as she hurried toward the city. Nyasha worked at the first light of dawn. As she put on her finest garments, she thought how her life might be changed forever beyond this day. I prefer to live here, she admitted to herself. I hate to leave this village and never see my father or sing to little Nyoko again. Her thoughts were interrupted by loud shouts and commotion from the wedding party assembled outside. Maynard was missing. Oh no. Everyone bustled about and searching and calling for her. But when they found her footprints that led straight to the city, they decided to go on as planned. As the wedding party moved through the forest, brightly plumed birds darted out the cool green shadows beneath the trees. Though anxious about her sister, Nyasha soon filled with excitement about what there was to see. They were deep in the forest when she saw a small boy standing on the path. Oh, you must be hungry. She handed the little boy a yam she had brought for her own lunch. The little boy smiled and disappeared as quickly as he came. Later, as they approached the place where the two paths crossed, the old woman appeared and silently pointed to the city. Nyasha thanked her and gave her a small pouch filled with sunflower seeds. The sun was high in the sky when the party came to the grove of towering trees. Their utmost branches seemed to bow to Nyasha as she passed underneath them. At last, someone announced that they are near their destination. It was the wedding party. Nyasha ran ahead and stopped the rise before the others could catch up to her. She stood transfixed at the first sight of the city. Oh, Father, she called, a great spirit must stand guard here. Look at what lies before us. I've never in all my life dreamed there could be anything so beautiful. There she is standing at the edge of the forest, looking out at the kingdom. Arm in arm, Nyasha and her father descended the hill, crossed the river, and approached the gate. Just as they entered through the great doors, the air was rent by piercing cries, and Maynard, wildly out of the chamber and at the center of the enclosure, when she saw Nyasha, she fell upon her, sobbing, "Do not go to the king, my sister! Oh, please, Father, do not let her go!" she cried hysterically. "There is a great monster in there, a snake with 5 said that he knew all my faults and that I displeased him, he would have swallowed me alive if I had not run. Oh, sister, please don't go into that place. It frightened Nyasha to see her sister so upset. But leaving her father to comfort Minari, she bravely made her way to the chamber and opened the door. She's going on. I wonder what awaits her opening the door. On the seat of the great chief's stool lay a garden snake. Nyasha laughed and relief with joy. Oh, my little friend, she exclaimed. It's such a pleasure to see you. Why are you here? I am the king, Miyoki replied. And there before Nyasha's eyes, the garden snake changed shape. There's the garden snake sitting on the king's throne. I am the king. I am also the hungry boy with whom you shared a yam within the forest, and the old woman to whom you made a gift of sunflower seeds. But you know me best as Miyoki. Because I have been all of these, I know you to be the most worthy and most beautiful daughter in the land. And it would make me very happy if you could be my wife. There's the king. And it was that a long time ago, Nyasha agreed to be married. The king's mother and sister took Nyasha to their house, and the wedding preparations began. The best weavers in the land laid out their finest cloth for her wedding garments. The villagers from all around were invited to the celebration, and a great feast was held. Nyasha prepared bread for the wedding feast from the millet that had been brought from her village. Mufaro proclaimed to all who would hear him that he was the happiest father in the land, for he was blessed with two beautiful and worthy daughters, Nyasha the queen and Manyara, a servant of the queen's household. And here's a beautiful picture of the king and queen on their wedding day. You guys, I hope you enjoy listening to this story as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. See you next time. Bye.